It's time once again for That Business Show with Jamie Meloni on 1250 Wins WHNZ, where business becomes show business. Now, live in studio and promoting the entrepreneurial spirit that drives the American economy, your host, Jamie Meloni.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. Keep in mind, you can find this show on here weekdays at 8 a.m. on 1250 WHNZ, and also you can catch us live in studio via the live stream. Just head over to TampaBayRadio.com and click on the live stream button. Also on the site, you'll notice a number of things. I sell real estate as well, so if you're in the market to sell your home, there is a button on the site to sell your home. Click on that, and I will send you over a free home valuation. Very experienced in real estate, 8 years today with Coldwell Banker. This is actually my 8-year anniversary with the company. Stepped into the office in South Tampa 8 years ago today, or got hired 8 years ago today, I should say, and with one sale under my belt and no clue what it is that I was doing in real estate, and 8 years later and 1,400 plus homes sold later, here I am on the radio talking to business owners, entrepreneurs, a lot about real estate each and every morning, and having a blast with it. So wanted to give something back to the community. I have had a lot of success in real estate and very excited to run my own business, and I enjoy each and every morning coming out here and talking to the fellow business owners and entrepreneurs that are making a difference in and around the Tampa Bay community. And I'd like to, as always, extend an invite to the other business owners in the Tampa Bay region who'd like to come in and talk with me on the air. There is no charge for a guest appearance, so please don't let that stop you. Feel free to contact me through my contact form at TampaBayRadio.com, or you can just send me an email, jamie@TampaBayRadio.com. And also feel free to connect with me on all the different social networking sites. All the shows are posted on all the different sites, so if you miss a show, you can catch me on demand at a number of different sites. I've got the show on iTunes as a podcast. It's usually posted within 24 to 48 hours, so please follow me over there. Just search for That Business Show if you like to listen to podcasts. That's actually a growing industry right now, the podcasts and people doing things of that nature. And also on Facebook.com, I got a lot of information on the show, who's coming up, replays of the shows, and just some great information. Facebook.com/That Business Show. And feel free to connect with me and tweet to me, Jamie_Meloni. As always, got a great show planned for you on the first half of the show. In just a moment, we'll be talking with Lauren Silva, financial advisor with Ameriprise, and so she's going to be giving us some great information on retirement planning and her holistic approach to financial planning. So we'll be talking with her in just a moment. And on the second half of the show, as always, every Thursdays at 8:30, the Remodeler's Corner, sponsored by Yeager and Company. Jim Yeager, a third-generation flooring and remodeling company. Learn more about them over at YeagerFlooring.com. And unfortunately, Jim is unable to be with us as he's recovering from a surgery. So we wish him well. But on his behalf, the always entertaining and energetic Charlie the Plumber is in studio with us today. Charlie, I'm sure you're going to chime in before before the second half of the show, so I'm just going ahead and introduce you now. So Charlie Palavita with Palavita Plumbing, but also a regular subcontractor with Jim Yeager and Yeager and Company. Charlie, how are you doing this morning?
Doing great, Jamie, and congratulations. 8 years being a realtor. Hey, you are a great American. I tell you what, the great American success story. Kudos to you, brother.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I never actually expected to succeed in real estate, to be honest with you. I made a major career change in my mid-20s. I was a college dropout working in industry. I worked at Mosaic for 6 years as a chemical analyst, and then made the change, went back to school, got a degree in finance, and said, well, I didn't want to work for somebody else. So I thought, well, what's one of the easiest ways to start your own business? Well, selling real estate. There's not a lot of barriers to entry to get into that business. So that's what I decided to do. So here I am.
That's incredible, Jamie. And since you're a mega gazillionaire now, you know what you need is a financial planner. You
Absolutely,
know what? We got one in studio today that can help you with
Absolutely.
this. And she's a real pretty one, too.
No hitting on her during the show, please, Charlie. So, but yeah, let's bring her in. I definitely need some advice in that space. A lot of money flowing through my hands, and definitely need some assistance in that space. Lauren Silva, who believes that reaching retirement is a major milestone in one's life. It's not an endpoint, but a major financial transition. She believes that we need to shift away from an accumulation mindset mindset to focus on establishing a sustainable and meaningful lifestyle based on savings that will endure a long 25-plus year retirement. Lauren offers holistic financial planning and believes in personal and financial wellness. She focuses on providing people a peace of mind and overall financial wellness. Lauren, welcome to the show today.
Thanks, Jamie.
So let's talk about your background, first of all, in the financial planning space. How long have you been in the industry?
About 15 years. 15
years. And what is your educational background?
I am international business and finance degrees from Eckerd College, and I'm a certified financial planner. I'm a CRPC, which is a chartered retirement planning counselor. I actually have my CDFA, too, which is a certified divorce financial analyst. So I have all the letters behind my name right now.
Yeah, see, you got a bunch of different names here. CFP,
Business
CRPC, CDFA. I don't even know what they stand for, but the more designations you got beside your name, obviously, the more success you have, obviously, correct?
Sure.
All right, so talk to me about your role at Ameriprise Financial and your holistic approach to financial planning. What do you mean by a holistic approach to financial planning?
I specialize in income distribution. So when people are 5 or 10 years from retirement or already retired, on ways for them to recreate the paycheck they were getting from their employer or from their business. So the money that we've accumulated over the years, now we look at how do we take it as an income stream and how do we make it last? Because people are living a lot longer. There's a lot more inflation protection needs, a lot more market volatility than there has been in the past. So holistically, why I feel that it's important to not just look at the investments, because it's really the whole picture. It's looking at what their family dynamics are like, what's going on in their household, and if they have elderly parents they're caring for, if they have children they're still taking care of in college. I look at their insurance. I'm going to be looking at their cash positions. I look at their tax planning. I look at their estate planning, and that's really what the CFP allows you to do, is look at everything, the whole picture.
CFP, what was CFP stand for again?
Certified Financial Planner.
Certified Financial Planner. Now, when do people come to a financial planner? I mean, we're conditioned at an early age when we start a career, contribute to a 401k, and we think that's good enough. But obviously, there's a lot more components to proper financial planning and planning for retirement and college, kids funds, things of that nature. When do you see that clients mostly come to you for assistance? At what age?
I would say at any age, really, is a good time to start.
But no, what
planning.
Are you seeing, though? What is on average?
On average, I would say people get real serious about it when their children graduate from college and they're around 50, 55, and they want to sit down and think, okay, where am I?
So people aren't coming to the financial planner until practical retirement, correct?
I would say that's when.
And how much of a difference would you make in their careers if they had come to you in the early 20s, for instance?
A much bigger difference.
And how so? What do you tell them? I mean, obviously, a 22-year-old person out of college is, not thinking about a whole lot, on the retirement space, and they say, they hear about the 401k. But what type of guidance would you give to a 22 or 23-year-old who says, how do I get ready for retirement and make that decision right now?
Well, I would say a couple of things. One is we all need to understand how important it is to have more accountability for our own retirement these days. We're not sure how long we're going to have Social Security. We're not sure about some of the entitlement programs we have here in Medicare and Medicaid. So it's more important at 22 years old that you're taking responsibility for your own savings. So, of course, we want to look at where to save, but also making good decisions on what you spend your money on and how. Because I would say the value that I provide for people who are accumulating wealth, which we do work with people who are accumulating wealth, is when we sit down and go through, here's your discretionary cash flow, here's where we should be putting it to save money on taxes today, but also save money in the future. But then also when they come and say, well, I want to, let's say put $100,000 down into a pool behind my house, or I want to do this remodel of this, and it's going to cost $50,000. I think we think about things in today's dollars. What does that $50,000 mean now? But what I look at is, well, that $50,000 is $500,000 in your retirement, which translates to $25,000 per year between the ages of 65 and 90. So, is the pool worth you foregoing $25,000 a year in retirement? So
those are the types of things that you bring to people.
That's
the type of things that you bring to people's attention.
Yeah, my question is, okay, we spend all this time in our life trying to accumulate wealth, and then the government tries to take it from us, and they try to tax the rich unfairly because, you know what, they're the only ones that are paying taxes. 50% of the people in the country don't pay any federal income tax. What do you do to help provide a tax shelter?
Well, I think it's really important that we're diversified from a tax perspective while you're accumulating wealth. So when you're saving, that we're looking at different areas to save money on taxes, because tax laws change all the time. So right now we're historically at really low tax rates. So we need to look at having money in tax-free investments, which are available. I would say,
like a Roth IRA, it comes to mind.
Roth IRA.
Explain what the advantages of a Roth IRA.
Well, the Roth, you put your money in after tax, but all the growth is tax-free, essentially. Right. So when you pull the money out, you don't have to pay income taxes. Now, what you were talking about... So
you can have that on top of a 401k. You can have a 401k, you can have it a Roth IRA.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. Some people cannot contribute to a Roth. They earn too much income. So now there are things that you can do, like conversions into Roth IRAs, which may or may not make sense. And then also planning appropriately for what type of investments you have in taxable money. Like you said, the government takes a lot of the taxes on gains. Right now, capital gains are 15%, but they could be much higher. They used to be 25%. Mm-hmm. Ordinary income dividends are taxed at 15%. But if you're in the highest tax bracket and they change that law back, that's going to go from 15% to 43%.
You're pretty much screwed.
So it's really important that you diversify yourself and know and understand how you're allocated so that you can make good decisions now, so when it becomes time to take the income out later, there's no surprises and you can increase your
You just
your
said capital gains taxes are 15%. You said they could go back to 43. What was that?
Dividends.
Dividends, okay.
And ordinary interest.
Gotcha, okay. That scared me for a moment. I was like 15 to 43 on capital gains.
Yeah,
that would be... Go ahead.
Well, what about the inheritance tax? Obama administration is proposing a big inheritance tax where they want to go in there when a person dies. They've already paid tax on this money. Now they want to tax it at a higher rate. I mean, I guess people would they could get with you to where they could diversify these funds before a person passes away, for example.
Mm-hmm. I am so glad you brought that up. That's a great point, because right now the exemption is $10 million, which is relatively high for a couple, $5 million each. So if you're a couple and you have over $10 million in assets, the government will tax you significantly on whatever is extra. So we have great strategies using charitable remainder trust or donor-advised funds. There are irrevocable life insurance trusts. There's all kinds of strategies to minimize the impact of that for your heirs or beneficiaries. And if you're really charitably inclined, there's a way to give back to your community and also save money on taxes now and later. So
yeah, some great information. Awesome. Got to take a quick break, but coming back from the break, I want to hear more about your what you offer in terms of financial planning. But you're also a triathlete, so definitely want to see want you to give us some tips on how that helps you in your financial planning business as well. You're talking to us about that just a little bit before the show. If you're just tuning in, we're talking with Lauren Silva, financial advisor with Ameriprise Financial, on That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business.
Are you looking for a local real estate firm that knows the market and has your interests in mind? Then contact Jim McPeak at McPeak Real Estate Firm, a family-owned business whose agents have over 60-plus years of experience in the Tampa Bay market. Many of the agents are military veterans that know the VA process for buying a home and are proud to help our military members in any way they can. From residential to commercial real estate, McPeak Real Estate Firm is here to help. Contact Jim at 813-495-3875 and learn more at McPeakTeam.com.
Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage want you to experience the thrill of one-day underwriting and the comfort in knowing your loans will be clear to close in record time. While the competition looks to a lost closing date, Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage focus on their 12-day clear to close. They do this by utilizing their world-class operations staff to underwrite your loan within 6 hours, process your loan in 12 days, and have your loan closed in time. Underwritten in 6 hours, cleared to close in 12 days. Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage.
Hey there, it's Lynn Wise, the founder of Wise Business Advisors and Contractor Business Alliance. I am a certified value builder advisor, and I help business owners build a company that will allow them to have the business that they dreamed of when they started. Why did you go into business for yourself? I'm sure it was not to work 100 hours a week with no work-life balance and no financial freedom. What am I talking about? I'm talking about building a business that provides value to you and your family now and in the future. You can learn about the 8 essential areas of a business that you must build to have a business that can be an asset for your future. Go to wisebusinessadvisors.com and take the Value Builder score. It is free and will deliver your score immediately on how you are doing on building a valuable business for you and your family. Or call me at 772-834-8513 to learn more about the Value Builder system.
In the market for a reverse mortgage? Contact Access Reverse, a local company with personalized service in the Bay Area. Call them at 727-347-0305 or visit accessreverse.com for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. They'll come to your home and speak with you about the best options for your reverse mortgage. Plus, they offer the lowest closing costs. Don't just get a reverse mortgage. Get the right reverse mortgage with Access Reverse. Visit accessreverse.com. NMLS number 4566. Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
This report is brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. Wondering if your car's battery is reaching the end of the line? Stop by Advance Auto Parts. They'll test it for you, free of charge. And if you do need a new battery, they'll install that too. Again, no charge. Only at Advance Auto Parts.
From the Bright House Network's Traffic Center.
Overturned vehicle on US 41 northbound at Sunset Lane. 275 southbound still dealing with that crash past Fowler. Backups are starting at Beers. And it's still a mess. Roosevelt Boulevard northbound to the westbound Ulmerton Road exit. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson and Utica Hillsborough traffic tip line. 866-545-9595.
Today, partly cloudy with a 40% chance of rain, high 84. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 72. Tomorrow, a 20% rain chance, high 87.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Meloni.
Welcome back, everybody, to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. You'll find this show on here each and every weekday at 8 a.m. on 1250 WHNZ. And again, this show is all about business ownership, entrepreneurship, people making a difference in and around the Tampa Bay and regional communities. So I invite you to please tune in each and every weekday at 8 a.m. and learn more about the show over at tampabayradio.com. Currently talking with Lauren Silva. She is a financial advisor with Ameriprise Financial. And on the first segment, we're getting some tips on tax avoidance and proper planning. And but you also have a extensive background in health and wellness. I mean, you're a triathlete. Tell us a little bit about this. This is definitely an interesting topic. I always love to talk to triathletes, something that I know nothing about. Go ahead.
Thanks. No, I know. I've been up since 4 a.m., do my training, get up early. I've been doing this for a while. Right now, I'm actually doing a figure competition, fitness competition in June. I don't do a lot of triathlons until the water temperature here gets to be about 85 degrees.
Yeah, you're saying the figure competition that you're doing is one of the hardest things you've ever done.
It's actually one of the hardest things I've ever done.
You got all these designations, deal with all these different professionals in the financial planning space, and the figure competition is the most difficult thing you've ever encountered.
I think it's because it's really strict with the diet.
Is that what it is?
I'm Greek and Portuguese, so we like to eat. So it's been really hard, but it's been rewarding too because it was something different that I tried. I love triathlons. I'm doing another one in June, actually, and in July. But I've had coaches. I've done Ironmans. I've hired coaches. I've worked with people for years. And one of the things that has helped me in my business is that, I've had coaches that have just kind of let me rationalize, and when I wasn't reaching the goals I have, say it was all kinds of other reasons why I wasn't doing this or that. And at the end of the day, it was just a bunch of BS. I was not doing the things that I needed to do to reach the goals that I had.
And you didn't have proper coaches that were to put you back on track, so to speak.
Well, I think the coaches that I've worked with and I continue to work with are people who can tell me the truth, who can tell me, no, that's not why you're not reaching the goals that you have. This is why, and you need to go home and think about whether or not this is a valuable use of your time to hire me, to keep me, to pay me in order to provide you this advice. If you're not going to take it, then you might as well be doing your own training. So I would say from my consulting business and working with individuals, what I've drawn from this and what I've learned is that it's really about having hard conversations with my clients to get them motivated to take action. That really separates myself from a lot of people out there, because it's those times where you really add the most value. And I would say that That's not easy, because I would say it's easier to gravitate towards the least resistance, to just say, okay, yeah, sounds good. If you need
but I
to
understand
buy
the
this.
point you're making. I mean, you got to have you got to be tough with some people as a coach. You've got to be willing to say, you're doing this wrong, and sometimes you may lose people, as a result of that. And so the lessons that you've learned from being a triathlete and having the weak coaches who are afraid to tell you that you're not doing something properly or you're just not performing at your best, you've transferred those skills to what you do each and every day as a financial planner, correct? That's a great an analogy right there of tying your health and wellness to your career, and I'm sure has been very successful. I mean, how long have you been in the business now? 15 years?
Yep, 15 years.
That's incredible. So, I mean, congratulations.
Thank you.
To you in that space as well. So, go ahead.
And from the wellness piece, I sincerely believe that it is an all-encompassing area for somebody to be happy and health. Not just physical health, mental health. And financial, I would say, is just as important. If we're not managing our money is managing us. And it's one of the biggest sources of stress that I see people having. And they come in and there's issues that they have with their spouse around their finances. And I feel like I can help minimize that by sitting down, putting a plan together, and working through some of these areas so that people feel a lot more comfortable, a lot more peace of mind regarding their finances, and overall health.
Yeah, it's lifestyle too. Financial planning, live within your means or live below your means. It's just like working out. You look like you work out all the time, which is great. And you didn't get that way overnight. And it's just like your competition you're going to be going to. You said it's very tough to stay on a strict diet, and it is. And I guess that relates to the financial diet as well, too, not spending more than what you're bringing in. Just like our government, what's brilliant about our government, they're always in deficit spending. If we ran our businesses like the government runs their business, we'd be bankrupt and in jail for fraud.
Yeah, we got to send Lauren up there to give some financial advice to the government. That'd be an interesting. Get rid of all the advisors, just have one advisor for them.
They would have my lowest level of service, because it's just really basically cash flow planning.
Well, you can whip them into shape. I tell you what, you got it going on. Whatever you're doing a great job, and we'd like to see you in that competition. And just send us the link to the website.
We'll get that posted for sure. Let's keep on topic, Charlie. No personal stuff here. I know you're looking for a date and everything, but you're a married man, Charlie. So,
very happily married. I'd like to give a shout out to my wife. Does your wife listen to the show? Yes, she does. And I'd like to give a shout out to my brother-in-law, Steve Cedar. He's listening live in Orlando behind his desk, where he's writing up government contracts as we speak.
All right. We got a couple of minutes left. Lauren, what type of clients do you specialize in at Ameriprise? Is it pretty much anybody, or is there a certain niche market that you like to work with?
Well, for me, I specialize in people who are 50, 55 and up, close to retirement, on that transitional phase to income. However, we've grown our business. We have a team now. I have another advisor in our firm. I have another licensed person. So we're working a lot more with people who are accumulating wealth. So if you're a business owner and you're looking for ways to save money on taxes today and you need to open up a retirement plan, we'll help you. If you're somebody who just needs to start opening up the right type of investments and figuring out how much you need to save and where, we have people to help with that as well. And then also divorce planning. That is one of my certifications. So if you're somebody who's going through this process and need a coach and guide to determine how that is going to look and how to separate your assets with your attorney, then we work with those individuals on a consistent basis as well.
And for new clients that need some assistance, do you offer any type of free consultation, or how does an initial meeting work? Tell me a little bit about this.
Absolutely, we always offer to speak to anybody who needs my services to see if there's a right fit and what the best level of services are, and then we sit down and go through the details and see what makes sense for them.
Okay, and what's the best way to contact you? Email is lauren.3.silva@ampf.com, and we'll get all this information up on the show recap. But what's the best way to get in touch with you?
That would be it, the email or phone call. which anyone can call the office and speak with me directly.
That's 727-804-7947. Again, 727-804-7947. And, of course, we'll get that up on the show recap as well.
A new Twitter handle.
Yes, and you're at Lauren Silva News. Connect with her over on Twitter, at Lauren Silva News. So please connect with her if you're in the need for financial planning. Lauren, great information. Thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you, Jamie.
And again, that was Lauren Silva with Ameriprise Financial on That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business.
Hi, welcome to Yeager's. We just want to take a minute to show you what we're all about. At Yeager's, our primary business is hardwood flooring, although we are remodelers for kitchen, bath, and general construction. We operate a fleet of shop-at-home vans that have all the flooring-type products, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, tiles, stone, what have you. So we're able to come out first with products in our vehicles and take a look at the setting, how the colors will work, and then to be able to come up with some options and ideas for you. If that's not good enough, we have a large distribution center that we inventory product and have a nice display area.
A keeper, one that I can recommend to my friends and you. That company is Simpson Air, the service and repair experts. Simpson Air has integrity. If your system can be fixed, they'll fix it. Need new? Turn to the experts, Carrier and Simpson Air, with cool cash rebates up to $1,600. Unlike others, Simpson Air maintains the same pricing year-round. Call Simpson Air, 813-558-0858. Online, thecoolestguys.com, thecoolestguys.com.
This report is brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. Wondering if your car's battery is reaching the end of the line? Stop by Advance Auto Parts. They'll test it for you, free of charge. And if you do need a new battery, they'll install that too. Again, no charge. Only at Advance Auto Parts.
From the Bright House Network's Traffic Center.
US 41 has a new crash northbound at Sunset Lane. It's involving an overturned vehicle. Right lane is blocked. Bayside Bridge has backups because of the Roosevelt Boulevard incident. It's right there at Almerton Road's westbound entrance ramp. And 275 southbound has a crash at Fowler Avenue. It's off on the shoulder. See a traffic problem? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson and Utica Hills Road Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
Winds, Weather Center forecast. Expect some showers, possible storms today with the rain chance at 50%. Skies clouding up throughout the day as well. 82 for a high, and tonight's lows in the low 70s. Impact Radio 1250 winds.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Meloni.
Welcome back, everybody, to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. Keep in mind, you can find this show on here weekdays at 8 a.m. here on 1250 WHNZ. And each and every morning, I got a couple different business owners and entrepreneurs, people making a difference in and around the Tampa Bay community. And as always, I extend an invite to people who'd like to appear on the show. Feel free to contact me through my website, tampabayradio.com. There is a contact form on there. And you can send me a direct email as well, jamie@tampabayradio.com. And please connect with me on all the different social networking sites. I'm over on facebook.com/thatbusinessshow. SoundCloud is where I put all the podcasts, in addition to iTunes. If you're a podcast enthusiast, you can catch That Business Show on demand over on iTunes. And we stream all the shows live, so the videos are put up on my YouTube channel, which is just under my name, Jamie Meloni. So just search for Jamie Meloni on there. And we put all the videos on TampaBayRadio.com as well. On the main page, you'll see a link to the guest network. And if you click on that, you'll see all the show cards for all the guests that have been on, nice and organized, right in order from their dates of appearances. And if you click on any of their cards, you can hear their interviews and get some informative information. And again, there's been a lot of great guests coming through here. And again, if you're considering, wanting to come on the air, please don't hesitate to contact me. There is no charge for coming in here as a guest. So please reach out to me. I'd love to hear what it is that you're doing, and having a lot of fun doing this format. And a lot of people reaching out to me. Again, Jamie at TampaBayRadio.com is my email, and also my contact form at TampaBayRadio.com. Each and every Thursdays at 8:30 is the Remodelers Corner, sponsored by Yeager & Company. Learn more about them over at YeagerFlooring.com. They are a third-generation flooring and remodeling company based in Odessa, Florida, and they do some phenomenal work and have an amazing showroom up there in Odessa, and just an all-around great guy, Jim Yeager. And unfortunately, not able to be in studio with us today, but he has sent in Charlie Palavita with Palavita Plumbing. He's a subcontractor and a good friend of Jim Yeager, and you heard him here on the first part of the show when we were talking with Lauren Silva. But Charlie, how's things going there? What's been going on in your world lately?
Oh, another great day to be alive in America, Jamie. And it's a good day to be dead if you're a terrorist, rat bastard. Kill him when you can, sir.
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to give a shout out to all my Marine Corps family out there. God bless all of our veterans. God bless you, Jim. We're praying for your swift healing and recovery. And you know what? I'm so happy to be here. Hey, you know what? This young lady, Lauren Silva, the financial planner, what a nice young lady. And for people who want to meet her, she's going to be down in the La Segunda Bakery in Ybor City this morning, Jamie?
Yeah, there's a networking event, or I wouldn't say a network. It would be obviously it's a networking event, but the La Segunda 100-year anniversary celebration. Mayor Buckhorn is going to be there. She just took off to head over there. I don't know if I'll be able to stop in or not, but over on 2512 North 15th Street, over in Ybor City, that starts at 9 o'clock this morning. But La Segunda, I talked with the current owner. I think he's the fourth generation, Copeland Moore, on a show several weeks ago about the history of La Segunda, and just a great company, and just a great story. They're in business with the Columbia. They supply all the bread for the Columbia, and that relationship between the Columbia and La Segunda has been going on for 100 years.
Wow. You know what? My grandmother, Jamie, my grandmother Palavita, she was a Chris before she was a Palavita. She grew up in Ybor City in 1898. My family goes way back, so this really means a lot to me. I'm going to be down there at the La Segunda Bakery. I tell you what, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Yeah. So don't know if I'll be able to make it, but again, this is going on starting here at 9. I think it's a 2-hour event, 9 to 11 this morning, correct? Yes, 9 to 11. And again, that's over at 2512 North 15th Street. Join La Segunda for their 100-year anniversary celebration. Mayor Buckhorn, who also has been on the show once before, he's going to be over there. And Mayor Buckhorn, a great mayor, and promoting business and entrepreneurship, and it's just great to see him getting involved with the local businesses and attending an event such as this, and just great things going on in Tampa Bay right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down and meet the mayor. You know what? There's going to be a lot of great Americans down there too. Hey, go down there and meet Lauren Silva. You know what? She's a triathlete too. That was very impressive, because as being a Marine, we've always trained hard, and we were doing these marathons and all type of other types of training. And you know what? That sounds like a really fun thing to do. I guess I'm going to have to start. I'm going to go out and be a triathlete, Jamie.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I would not be doing. But I mean, as a Marine coming out of boot camp, I mean, you obviously had to be in pretty good shape. You don't think you could have been a triathlete coming out of the Marines?
Oh no, you're a triathlete when you come out, definitely, with all the stuff they put you through, whether you want to or not. If you graduate Marine Corps boot camp, you can do anything, Jamie. Hey, you know what? And talking about the Marines, you know what? There's an American Marine who's been held in Iran prison for 3.5 years, Jamie. He's an American citizen, an honorably discharged United States Marine Corps veteran, and his family is of Iranian descent, so he went back over there 3.5 years ago to go see some of his family.
Okay.
And the Iranians have imprisoned him as being a spy, and he's no spy. And there's other Americans being held over there, too. We have an American pastor who's been over there for some time, too. And it's time to bring our American citizens home. It's time to bring this Marine home after 3.5 years. It's just like Obama traded 5 top Taliban leaders for Berg Bodal, which is a known deserter now, and
yeah, he's getting charged too. I mean, that was a big, a bad thing for the Obama administration. They let him go, and now he's being charged as a deserter. So who knows what's going to become of that and everything. I mean, what's the penalty for desertion? Is that life in Leavenworth or what?
Well, the penalty for desertion during wartime is the death penalty.
You get the death penalty for that.
Yes, he could be taken out and shot. You know what? If we're out there in wartime and somebody's running away from a battle, you can legally go ahead and shoot them right there on the spot. You know what? And anybody that's going to run and leave their fellow Marines behind like that, or their soldiers, their comrades, they got what's coming to them, and it ain't going to be nice. That's one of the worst things you could do in wartime is be a deserter, Jamie.
Yeah, that's obviously not a military veteran myself, but I can imagine, I mean, you can't leave a team, whether it's on the battlefield or somebody that you work with in professionally. And when you're part of a team, you got to hold your own, and if you want to separate, you got to do it the right way and everything. So yeah, that was a tragic situation. That we traded the 5 terrorists for Bo Bergdahl. I definitely did not agree with that myself.
Well, I'd like to tell President Obama we got plenty more of these terrorists in Gitmo you can trade for this Marine, and whatever we need to do. You know what? They're negotiating with a terrorist state on this nuclear deal. At least we could do is get our Americans back that are being held captive over there. And this is really near and dear to my heart. It's just like we left the Marine in that Mexican jail for way too long.
Did he get out? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's out. Yes,
they finally got him. I know Bill O'Reilly was covering that story extensively and finally got him out. But he just made a wrong turn or something and went across the Mexican border with some guns and his legal guns.
Legal guns, yes.
Legal guns in his trunk or whatever, and then he got detained for, 3 months, 4 months? How long was he there?
No, he was over there quite a long time.
Longer than that, okay.
I believe it was about a year, but whatever it was way too long, and we should have cut off trade. We should have cut the border off to Mexico until they sent him back. But Iran, it's a little bit different, and whatever we need to do.
Yeah, the story that you're brought up, this is in the New York Times today. American Marine veteran held in Iran assails serial hostage taking. That's the story that you're referencing, obviously.
Yes, sir.
So, but elaborate a little bit more on this for us there. I know you were talking to me about this story here and everything. I mean, he went overseas there to visit his family. Now he's stuck over there.
Yes, he is, and he was advised by another Marine. Hey, brother, you being a Marine, it might not be a really good idea for you to go over there, but as being of Iranian descent, his parents were born there. He wanted to go back and visit some of his family that he hadn't seen for such a long time. And not taking the advice of the other Marine, he went over there to see his family, and they arrested him as being a spy on these trumped-up charges. And they actually put him in the worst prison that they had over there, Jamie. But I think they just moved him here recently to another prison, but now he's on a hunger strike, and until they, to bring attention to his cause over there. But it seems like our State Department is doing very little to nothing to get him out.
Yeah, well, that's been the administration. They're not very pro-military in that sense and everything. They definitely take a soft approach to foreign policy, and that obviously we'd talk for hours about that. But I know military service and giving back to the Marines is something that you and also Jim Yeager, YeagerFlooring.com, Yeager and Company, is something that's very near and dear to your hearts. And he's started the initiative, this PI to PI program, standing for Paris Island to private industry. Elaborate on a little bit on this. We talk about this every Remodeler's Corner because we want to get the word out there. But tell us a little bit about this and what's going on with this program.
Yeah, this is going out to all the business owners out there, and all the Marines are just are coming back from being honorably discharged from service. That, hey, we're going to help you guys out. We're going to help with the Marines to find jobs in the private industry, and the private industry to find good, loyal employees that will be an asset to their corporations. And, from Paris Island to private industry. For more information, you can contact Jim Yeager at Yeager and Company, YeagerandFlooring.com.
YeagerFlooring.com is their website, yeah, and absolutely, you can get in touch with him through there. And also, I'm over on their site now, and they're actually running I'll go ahead and put in a promotion for them. They're running a floor sale right now, so or not just flooring, but $100 off on any purchase between $1,000 and $2,000, and $200 off on anything $2,000 to $3,000, and $300 off on anything more than $3,000. And if you tell him you've heard him on the radio, he'll probably negotiate a little bit more with you and everything. So he's an all-around good guy, and definitely I hope people out there would help support him. He's a military veteran, as you are yourselves, both Marines, and just an all-around stand-up guy and a regular contributor to the show. So I invite you over to YagerFlooring.com, and don't let the name fool you. They're more than just a flooring company, correct?
Yes, they do complete remodels, kitchens, bathrooms. They do some incredible work. They some of the most beautiful bathrooms and kitchens I've seen and that I've ever worked on in my life, being a plumbing contractor. I really appreciate the beautiful work that they do, and I can't say enough about them. Jim Yeager is being a Marine Corps veteran. He hires Marines and other veterans. He's an all-American great guy. He's another great American, Jamie. He truly is.
Yeah, and he keeps you busy over there in the plumbing space too, right?
Oh no, that's great. Yes. And businesses are booming, and it's all good. And
hey, it's the plumbers that keep us out of being a third world country. You always tell us, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. You think about it. It's not the doctors and lawyers that keep us safe and healthy. It's the plumbers, safety and sanitation with the sewer. You know what? Without the proper and modern plumbing, we would be drinking the same water that we go to the bathroom in. And that would be brilliant. No wonder these third world countries, they live on an average of 30 to 35 years. It's the plumbers that keep us safe and healthy. Oh, and of course our military, they keep us free, and God bless all of our veterans.
Well, hey, you got to thank the military, and got to thank the plumbers, and you're in both categories, right?
All right, let me give myself a pat on the back. All right, hoorah! Another great day to be alive in America.
Got to take a quick break, but coming back from the break, we'll hear a little bit more from Charlie Palavita here on the Remodeler's Corner, a weekly feature every Thursdays at 8:30, sponsored by Yeager & Company. Learn more about them at YagerFlooring.com. And again, you're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business.
Are you looking for a local real estate firm that knows the market and has your interests in mind? Then contact Jim McPeak at McPeak Real Estate Firm, a family-owned business whose agents have over 60-plus years of experience in the Tampa Bay market. Many of the agents are military veterans that know the VA process for buying a home and are proud to help our military members in any way they can. From residential to commercial real estate, McPeak Real Estate Firm is here to help. Contact Jim at 813-495-3875 and learn more at McPeakTeam.com.
Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage wants you to experience the thrill of one-day underwriting and the comfort in knowing your loans will be clear to close in record time. While the competition looks to a lost closing date, Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage focus on their 12-day clear to close. They do this by utilizing their world-class operations staff to underwrite your loan within 6 hours, process your loan in 12 days, and have your loan closed in time. Underwritten in 6 hours, cleared to close in 12 days. Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage.
Hey there, it's Lynn Wise, the founder of Wise Business Advisors and Contractor Business Alliance. I am a certified value builder advisor, and I help business owners build a company that will allow them to have the business that they dreamed of when they started. Why did you go into business for yourself? I'm sure it was not to work 100 hours a week with no work-life balance and no financial freedom. What am I talking about? I'm talking about building a business that provides value to you and your family now and in the future. You can learn about the 8 essential areas of a business that you must build to have a business that can be an asset for your future. Go to wisebusinessadvisors.com and take the Value Builder score. It is free and will deliver your score immediately on how you are doing on building a valuable business for you and your family. Or call me at 772-834-8513 to learn more about the Value Builder system.
In the market for a reverse mortgage? Contact Access Reverse, a local company with personalized service in the Bay Area. Call them at 727-347-0305 or visit accessreverse.com for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. They'll come to your home and speak with you about the best options for your reverse mortgage. Plus, they offer the lowest closing costs. Don't just get a reverse mortgage. Get the right reverse mortgage with Access Reverse. Visit accessreverse.com. NMLS number 4566. Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
This report is brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. Advance Auto Parts introduces Speed Perks Rewards Program. Spend $100 and get $20 off your next qualified purchase. No cards, no points, no nonsense. See details online at advanceautoparts.com.
From the Bright House Network's Traffic Center.
Slow traffic across the Bayside Bridge this morning because of that earlier crash on Roosevelt Boulevard's westbound entrance ramp to Ulmerton Road. You're going to find that 275 slow down southbound just past Fowler still there. Backups are starting at Beers. And US 41 has an overturn northbound at Sunset Lane, blocking the right lane. See a traffic problem? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson and Utica Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line, 866-545-9595.
Today, partly cloudy with a 40% chance of rain, high 84. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 72. Tomorrow, a 20% rain chance, high 87.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Maloney.
Welcome back, everybody, to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. You can find this show on here weekdays at 8 a.m. here on 1250 WHNZ. So please put this on the dial each and every morning. It's very informative and entertaining show. Take a break from the different talking heads that you hear each and every morning and help support That Business Show and the business owners and entrepreneurs in and around the Tampa Bay communities. And learn more about this show over at tampabayradio.com. Currently talk with Charlie Palavita, Charlie the Plumber, as he's commonly known, subcontractor working with Yeager & Company. Learn more about Yeager & Company over at YeagerFlooring.com. They are a third-generation flooring and remodeling company based up in Odessa, Florida. They have a beautiful showroom up there, so you can go up there, work with a very seasoned professional general contractor. And, again, they're more than just a flooring company, so don't let the website fool you. They are in remodeling and pretty much anything in general contracting space they could probably help you out with. Learn more about them at YeagerFlooring.com. And, again, this is a weekly feature sponsored by them each and every Thursday. You'll hear Jim Yeager and Charlie Palavita in here every Thursdays at 8:30 on the Remodeler's Corner. And if you have any interest in meeting Charlie, he's going to be over at the La Segunda event coming up at 9 o'clock this morning. That's an event going on from 9 to 11 over at La Segunda Bakery, located at 2512 North 15th Street over in Ybor. This is their 100-year anniversary celebration. Mayor Buckhorn is going to be over there. So go over there and see the bakery, get some good food there to start the morning off right. And Charlie, you're going to be over there as well, right?
I'm going to be over there too, Jamie. I can't wait. La Segunda Bakery. I love La Segunda. I tell you what, I'm just getting hungry thinking about it.
I think you're going over there to chase Lauren. I don't think you would be over there otherwise. So be honest. Be honest.
I'm going to go over there and meet the mayor and do a little bit of schmoozing with him. And you know what? Hey, Lauren, I tell you what, people ought to go over there and meet her. I mean, she can help you with your financial planning. She can help you with some workout tips. Let me tell you what, she has it going on. She's the real deal. I mean, financial planner, triathlete. You know what?
Yeah, she was on the first half of the show, financial advisor with Ameriprise Financial, and we'll definitely get her contact information up on the show recap. Each and every show I do a blog with all the guests and contact information. So if you miss a show and you want to know who was on and what we talked about and their contact information, you always head over to tampabayradio.com and click on the show recap button, and we'll have that up there. It's usually posted by noon after the show, but I like to keep everything nice and tight and organized, and so if you miss a show, you can always find it, on the different sites as well as tampabayradio.com.
Yeah, Lauren likes keeping everything nice and tight. You know what? She's going to be in that bikini contest and
the fitness the figure contest. Yeah,
I tell you what, and that's hard to do. I tell you what, and we need to put that picture up on your website, Jamie. I'm sure the viewership will go way up.
Yeah, shows are streamed live. So, yeah, if you wanted to check that out each and every morning, just head over to Tampa Bay Radio and click on the live stream button. You and I shared a pretty good weekend or on Sunday together over at the Shooter's World. You took me out and shoot some guns there. You have quite an arsenal, by the way.
Well, you know what, Jamie? We spent some quality family time together at the gun range. Hey, that makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. I love that kind of stuff. I tell you what, you're quite the shot, Jamie.
Thank you. I grew up firing at .22. That was the extent of my gun experience, and I have a couple little Smith & Wesson 38 specials that I took over there. But yeah, you what all were you packing over there, man? I'm in the booth shooting my little handgun, and all of a sudden I hear woo woo. I don't want to scream it through the radio, man, but the headsets or the ear protection I was wearing just wasn't enough.
Oh yeah, the one was the AK pistol, the AK-47, the preferred weapon of our enemy. And I tell you what, the reason why they like them so much is that they fire every time you pull the trigger. And you know what? It's a great little self-defense piece. It's fun to shoot. And, hey, I tell you what, you shot it like a pro. You shot that. You shot my AR-15, my semi-automatic shotgun, my Mosin Nagant rifle, my 1911 45, and you know, you can only bring so many guns down there at once, you know, because after that, you got to clean them all too, Jamie. But I tell you what, in a firefight, I want you on my side.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it was. I couldn't tell what I was hitting, though. I mean, that target we had down there was so many holes in it. I didn't even know where the shots were going. But you said I was right on site, correct?
Oh, you were. You're right on site. And, you know, that picture of that terrorist we put on the target, I tell you what, he was pretty much a dead terrorist when we got done with him.
Yeah. And I tell you, my shoulder is killing me, by the way. I mean, those kicks on those guns was, I'd never fired anything like that stuff.
Yeah, that's all you do. You feel the recoil of the rifle. I tell you what, that's a great feeling. It's like a workout. When I got done with that, I was so pumped up and I felt so good. It was like I was at the gym working out for 3 hours.
Yeah, it was. It definitely is a workout. I was worn out after that as well. So, how often do you go out there and shoot? I mean, is this something that you go out there all the time, or I mean, how many other guns do you have?
I don't want the government knowing about them, but no, I have enough for my home
teach you some more of those guns out there. I mean, that was quite, like I said, a pretty impressive arsenal.
No, I just got enough for home protection. I got enough to protect my neighborhood.
You got enough for for when the armies come overseas and stuff. Yeah, you got a little bit more than basic home protection, I would say.
Well, you know, the thing is, it's you know, you want to have a little bit just in case, you know, for sporting events, for home protection. You know, it's something that people might have guns, but you need to stock up on the ammunition too, because now the government's kind of making it harder to get certain types of ammo. And let's face it, it's not the law-abiding citizens with guns that I fear. You know, it's the criminals. The criminals are going to have guns no matter what, Jamie, no matter what laws they put on the books. We have thousands and thousands of gun laws on the books, and you think that the criminals abide by them? No, they don't. They're going to have guns no matter what. So what we need to do is enforce these the penalties for these criminals that have these guns to life in prison. Jamie, there was a case where there was a home invasion, and the home invader got probation. I'm thinking, brilliant. How could this judge give somebody that just did a home invasion probation? We need to lock these people up in prison for life. Let the potheads out. Let the nonviolent people out of prison. By God, let's lock these violent criminals up for life.
Yeah. And so, are you definitely don't want to be breaking into your house in the middle of the night? You probably got guns stashed all around the different houses and different rooms, all ready to go.
Yeah,
right?
I don't have any little kids at the house. I usually have one on the nightstand and a rifle close by, but.
A lot of people do that. They have them in different places in the house. They're ready for it.
Well, I got an alarm system. You know, one night my alarm system went off, Jamie, and I tell you what, that's an eerie feeling, because you're thinking, well, my neighbors, and everybody around here probably, pretty much knows that I'm a law-abiding gun owner, and that if somebody was breaking into my house, I'm really scared, because I believe that they would have to have a gun because they know that I'm armed. And but actually, it was just a cat in my back porch that set off the alarm. But it's nice to know that you have something to protect yourself and your family with. And I'd rather have that than a baseball bat.
Right. Well, always the entertaining Charlie Palavita, Charlie the plumber, in studio here. I had a great time with you there shooting guns. Definitely have to do it some more. So
yes. So we'll get Ted Webb to go down there with us next time. You know what? It's something that, done safely. It's a great activity, Jamie, and God bless America and all of our veterans. I'd like to put that on the end of the show, and just really a pleasure being here with you, brother.
Hey, thank you very much, Charlie, as always, adding some color commentary to the show every Thursdays at 8:30 here on the Remodeler's Corner, a weekly segment sponsored by Yeager and Company. And Jim Yeager, we wish him well coming out of a surgery, and on I think it was the shoulder, right? Yeah.
Well, yes, but they actually operated on his neck because they went through, it was a very serious operation.
Well, we wish him the best and learn more about them over at YeagerFlooring.com. Well, wrapping up another Thursday here. Hope everybody has a great Thursday leading into one more business day. And be sure to catch me tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. here on That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business.